Hey riders, live from Las Vegas, Nevada, Inside Cycling World. It's Colin here. Gonna catch up on some racing. So apologies, I missed two races this morning. I missed the main Muckers Tuesday race. Uh, that in my world, Mountain Standard Time goes off at noon. I also missed the second round Grand Prix event of the Grand Prix series. In my world, that goes off at 11:30. Well, I'm an hour behind here, so they went off at 10:30 and 11. Got back, and I just saw uh, fifth or sixth place finishing in the Muckers race. I totally missed the Gur race altogether. So here we're gonna do a little catch up here. Here we go, folks. Less than 10 seconds to go, and I already see names I know here. So this is going to be really interesting. I think I'm going to know a lot of people here, and a lot of new names right off the rip. Let's see what we can get going on here. Mick at the front. Let's have a little quick look here. Here's Kolofsky. We got Kolofsky riding right here. So I think this is a little bit of a catch-up race. This may be like a last, I think it was titled something like Last Chance effort to do this one. Is that, here's Neil right here. Mucker 1974 with Kyle right behind him. We got Rocket Roy, we got Dolph, Vader, Squalo Del LP, Mike Hagan from Canada. I'm surprised how populated this ride is here. This is quite early. This would be like 11 o'clock in the morning for Mike. Actually, sorry, correct myself. I think Mike and I'm on the same time now. I've moved over one time zone here in Vegas. Let's take a little look at the course. So this is like less than 20 kilometers, 170 meters of climbing. You're all along the coastline here. We're in Crete, which is an island in the middle of the Mediterranean. I think Crete was a very important island in World War II. The Allies were there, and there was quite a few battles going on at the time. Crete and Malta. Crete, I believe, is a territory of Greece. It's in all the Greek challenges, has the Greek flag on it. Malta, I think, is a totally different situation. Anyways, you know me, rambling. Let's get back on camera mode here. Let's pop right to the front, see what we got going on. See if there's anyone pushing huge watts here today. This might be like a casual ride for some people. So at the front right now, we got Jose Costa Ronda riding well over 4 watts a kilo, and Roman BBK, all fresh names to me, don't know these people. Okay, I've seen Uzinda before. Okay, I remember this route. So last Thursday, I was trying to ride 100K in one sitting. I banged out all 3 of the easy Greek challenges. I think they were all on Crete, to be honest. So I did all 3 of these back to back. Pretty simple to do. I think they're all like 20, 23 kilometers, something like that. And then I threw on a 40K time trial at the end. And I'm surprised I got through it so well. Okay, we're going to move back through the field here. And we got Tim. We got Lorenzino, Big A, Lonesome Rider. Here's a familiar name. So there's a lot of new people. Grupedo. Here's Neil. I think Neil might be on a 2 watt per kilo ride today. I just saw when he started too. I didn't see big numbers at all. He's just zone training here. Riding with Rocket Roy. I've seen this name a lot. Look at this nice little group here. Kolofsky. Looks like Kyle's doing the exact same thing as Neil today. So I know the Muckers do this quite a bit. They're Tuesday races. And I guess even these Tuesday late races. You know, it's great to have all these time slots. Even though this was different than the Muckers Tuesday race. Even though it's a Muckers race on a Tuesday. Okay, it's a catch-up race. A lot of people tend to do some like zone training. Like, hey, we're going to ride zone 2 power or zone 2 heart rate or whatever it may be. Squalo Del LP riding here with the Muckers. Dolph, Oni, Mike Hagan. Okay, all familiar names to me. We got Blue Flame riding solo. Stelvio Bound. Looks like Stelvio Bound had a late start. They're way too far back at this point, so they must have started quite late. Lexa, I know I've seen Lexa before. She looks like a late starter as well. And this is unfortunate. Looks like Mike Guthinger, who's a mucker, is stuck on the start line. I'm going to guess here they just missed their start time. You know, they registered, signed up, got ready and something pulled them away from it. So let's see what's going on at the front. This won't be a long race either. We've got Jose Costa Ronda at the front, driving hard, 5 watts per kilo, and I don't know this rider at all. And Roman BBK is not that far behind. See the spread here. So we've got Jose at the front, the yellow bubble. Roman is the name tag here. Bouncing back 400 meters, we've got Ucinda, Varga Pita. Oh, I've seen Varga Pita before. I'm trying to remember where. Okay. Then we bounce back to Tim here. Tim is just ahead of Lorenzino. It's a fresh name to me as well. Big A. Then we're going back to Grupedo here. Let's just pop back to Grupedo for a second. Yeah, beautiful scenery here. Riding along the beach. Waves look kind of rough to me. I don't know if I want to be standing on the beach there getting smashed. So yeah, we've been in Vegas now since very early Sunday morning. Checked into the Palms. So the Palms is like, it's on the east side of the strip. Sorry, corrected. It's on the west side of the strip. Kind of like due west of the Bellagio. We lucked out, got quite a nice suite. We're on a corner suite here. On the southwest side of the Palms Place, which is the furthest building. But you still get a view of the south end of the strip, like Excalibur, New York, Luxor, Mandalay Bay. And we have an unobstructed view out to the mountains. We've checked out a lot of things already. We went to the newest resort. Okay, technically not the newest. We went to the Durango, which I think opened in November, maybe October, right around the Formula One time. I think it opened up the same weekend. Let's jump back up front here. I'm just busy chatting, looking out the window. Let's look at the front guys here. Jose is just slowly pulling away from Roman. Let's go Roman. And Ucinda, Peter Farga. Just bounce back a little bit. We got Mick here. Yeah, I mean, look at these riders here. So I would say that Kyle, Mick, Neil, Dolph, Squallow, Mike Hagan, they're on a 1.5 to 2 watt per kilo recovery ride today. Probably just banging out the challenges. That means there's so many challenges right now. I don't know how people keep up with them, because I find if I do one diversionary ride, which I like to do a lot, it throws me behind. So I haven't done any of the 3 Hill Challenge, the GCN one. I haven't done any of Wanaka. I haven't done any of Ride Across Britain. I think I was 1 to 2 stages into L'Etape. I think I did one of those stages with one of the Muckers, Ratim. I was in a race with them for that one. That's kind of that race where it was a straight downhill and then straight uphill. It almost looked like it was a mountain back, but it wasn't. The profile looked like that. And yeah, so I did one of those. I just find there's too many going on. You know, then if you want to get your 2 workouts in per week to get some good gold coins, you know, 2 workouts, you might just say, well, that's 2 different days. You got 5 days left. And just oodles of challenges going on. Now we've been hit with the Greek challenge, so there's 2 new challenges for that. And you know I like to go exploring, so yeah, I'm completely fallen behind. What a great group here. Looks like we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got at least 7 or 8 riders all together here in this group, where Rocket Roy is here. Let's pop back to that. And if we go to the rider in the rear right now, we've got Oni. You can see the riders ahead. We've got Oni, Rocket Roy, Mike Hagan, Squallow Del LP. This one I don't know, Lonesome Rider. Here's Neil, Kyle, Dolph. So great group here, just absolutely doing his own ride. No one's pushing hard, everyone's taking a nice little turn, but everyone's sitting in the draft, just banging out the challenges. I guess this is how you do it. I get distracted. So I'm here in Vegas from last Sunday to Thursday night really late. We don't fly out until like almost 9 o'clock at night. I get back to Calgary 12:30 in the morning Friday. I probably won't be home till 2 a.m. So Friday is going to be probably a write-off for me. Maybe that would be a good day to squeeze a workout in. Maybe I can find a 20-minute workout. I mean, they're very generous with the workout coins, which is nice, because otherwise I think people weren't doing workouts. Because why would I do a 45-minute workout when I can do a half-hour ride and get coins. So they're being very generous with the coins, and I actually really like the workouts. Pop to the front here. Jose's still going. Okay, we had a disconnect. Roman has disconnected. Unfortunate. That lets Ufsinda move up. So since we've been here, we've checked out Durango, had some great food, local food stuff here, like great breakfasts. We cruised across the street this morning, grabbed a cheapo Denny's breakfast, and then crossed over to the other street, and there's an old casino here called the Gold Coast. It's right beside the Rio, which is another kind of getting old resort now, although they're going under a major renovation. So it's going to be a lot better. I might go check that one out. But the Gold Coast was really cool. It was so like old school casino, a bit dated in there. The dark carpet, the cool funky overhead ceilings. And these local casinos, I mean, it's great service. The second you sit down, someone's offering you a drink. So, you know, you basically come to Vegas to do some gambling and hope to win some money. But if not, at least you get some free drinks out of it. And at the bigger resorts, that's rare. You might wait an hour to get one drink, and by then you've spent all your money and you hate the place and you just want to go. Okay, so Ufsinda is now caught up with Varga Peter, and apparently looks like they're going right on by. Varga Peter needs to jump on board right now, get in this draft. May not even care. Maybe he's saying, yeah, fine, go ahead. I'm at my riding level today and this is all I want to do. Meanwhile, Jose is still at the front doing 4 watts per kilo. According to those numbers, about a 60 kilogram rider, so another lightweight. Doing quite well here. Let's bounce back. We got Grupedo here. So, yeah, we're back in the room now, obviously. We came straight from so we went to the Gold Coast, gambled a ton of money there. I played some roulette, held my own, got a little bit ahead. I like to play the roulette at the bar, because the dude's right there giving you drinks. And I mean, today, at this time of the day, I was just drinking Diet Cokes. But very easy to sit there and just little bets, up and downs, try some crazy things. Came back here to the Palms, played a little more, grabbed a bunch of snacks. We're back in our suite now. And it'll be video time for me, and wife is napping, and then tonight we're going out to a Las Vegas Golden Knights versus the Nashville Predators hockey game. So that's at 7 o'clock. So we're kind of just going to lay low until then and head out for that tonight. Let's jump back to Mick here. Yeah, you know, I'm looking at this outside of the first few riders. The majority of people here are just having a super chill ride. Just taking it easy today. I mean, look at these numbers. Mick's doing 1 watt per kilo, Rocket Roy 1.7, Neil 1.1. Everyone's just super chill today. And you know, just to think about this, I'm not sure if this is a ride right after the one that they just did. It very well could be. Like, I missed that altogether. I should have paid closer attention. I did jump in, but like I said, I saw it was either, I think it was 6th place I was watching, and I'll find out later. I'm going to check the results. But I saw Hensbergen, I think he was going for 6th place and had quite a gap on the group. So I imagine 1st through 5th finished right ahead of them. And I did see quickly on the screen too that it looks like Gil Matteo had disconnected. So somehow lost connection to the ride. So that's unfortunate for him. So it very well could be that these riders here just had a 15-20 minute break maybe, and they jumped straight into this. And that's why they're just kind of like, honestly, for these riders, how good they are, this is kind of just tootling along for them at this point. And I know I am the worst out there for saying, yeah, they're just cruising along. But honestly, this is just cruising along for these riders. This is just a nice recovery ride after that race, if that's what they're doing. They're all capable of way more than this. So either this is planned this way, or like I said, it's just recovery after that ride. Let's just jump to the back here, see what we got on the back. Robin Nagy. Or how should I say it? Should I say Roby Nagy? Pretty sure I have talked with this rider through YouTube, I believe. Looks like a late starter to me. Riding nice here. 3.7 watts per kilo there. 2.7. just riding into the sunset. Fantastic. I gotta assume that's that means sunrise. Looks like the sunrise. Sure it is. Okay, so yeah, everyone's now going to be passing Roman. Lexa's just up the road here. So we got Lexa, Blue Flame, Stelvio Bound. Again, nice relaxed rides for everyone here today. Got a nice little group here. We got Lonesome. Oh, this is the big group. Let's go back to the map here. Yeah, you can't really see them. They're too close together there. But Mike, Oni, Mick, Lonesome, Rocket Roy, Dolph, Squalo de la P, Kyle's here. So again, 6-7 riders here. We're going to bounce ahead. Grupedo, absolutely alone today, just chasing after La Morla, rider I may have seen before. We got Big A. Ooh, Big A's coming up on a couple of riders here. Coming up on Tim. So these riders are being a little bit more rammy at the front. 3 to 4 watts per kilo up front here. Peter Barga is only 70 meters behind Uzenda. We could see something going on here. And it looks like Jose is just like freight training this one. 1.2 kilometers ahead. Again, I'm not sure who the rider is. Always like to find out more about who these riders are. If you know the person, just drop a comment down below or jump into the Discord and let us know. So what's coming up this week? I wanted to talk about a couple things. Obviously, Thursday, Muckers race. I will make sure I don't miss this one. I think Thursday, it's probably going to be super mellow for us here. We might just hang out in the room all day, order some food up, Uber Eats, whatever it may be. So I got to remember that these races start earlier for me now. I might figure out how to do that. So I guess my laptop still thinks I'm Mountain Time when I'm actually on Pacific Time now. So anyway, I just got to jump in. So we've got the Muckers Thursday race, World Championship Series race. That'll be Thursday, and I think it's going to be, well, it's 7 o'clock UK time, 7 o'clock GMT. So I think now that's 11 o'clock in the morning for me. So I will definitely catch that. That's the highlight of the week. Then on Friday, if you're interested, anyone here, Gem City ICC, they ride a lot with Team GRC. In fact, some of the members swap back and forward. They're putting on the team time trial. We've done this once before. So it's a team time trial, but it's a group ride. So we want teams of 5. And you will all be doing your own locked group ride. Okay? And so you have to do the ride on Friday. So everyone's going to create their own group ride, 5 riders. If you can only get 3 or 4, well, that's fine. Put a passcode on your room so no one else can jump in. Actually, I don't even know the route this week. I got a feeling it's a Japanese route. I just got a feeling about it. Because we're trying to figure out a handicap system for it. And so the beauty of this, with it being a group ride, you will have a designated leader. So you can have stronger riders ride a bit ahead, do the same amount of work as the leader, but provide draft to the leader. The riders behind, if they start drifting off the back, will get some magnet effect to help pull them along. But once you get within 30, 40 meters of the leader, there's going to be almost no magnet effect left. I think it's very low, like 1 or 2%. It's stronger the further back you are. So if you've got 3 or 4 really strong riders riding together and you got one rider off the back, it's very difficult to get back on once you've lost the effect of the magnet. Like, it'll pull you all the way back up to a certain point, and then you're on your own. So very difficult to do. Saw it happen in our first attempt at this, and I think that person that was just dangling off the back of us all the way probably had the best ride of the day, because they had to do the most work. 2 of them actually got bridged off. 1 came back. We just kind of like let off a bit of momentum, and 2 of the riders in the back worked well together. 1 kind of like just slingshotted up to us. We just let off on a corner going up a hill. It was on the Copacabana course, and when I say a hill, it's relative, right? It's Copacabana. But there is a little bump there, and Gilles was able to pull the bridge back and get up back with us. Then there's 4 of us all working together like demons, leaving one rider behind us. It's like, what do you do? But like at 50 meters back, they're getting no assist. You know, okay, maybe they're getting 1 or 2%. I don't know what the actual number is, but it's very, very little. And if you want to get closer, you're all on your own. And you've got 4 riders basically working against you at that point. So I think we only had 3 teams do it last week. And the first 2 teams were separated by 2 seconds. Like, I had no idea we were that close. But there was a handicap system put in place as well, so that if your team had an average FTP that was lower than the rest or higher than the rest, there's a handicap time applied to it. It's a pretty interesting ride, pretty interesting event. So have a look at that. You can submit your teams. John from SR71, he's organizing all of it. If you know people that want to do it or just give it a shot, you can jump into the GRC Discord or contact SR71 and see what the rules are. I mean, it's kind of evolving as it happens every week. Okay, so let's just jump back to this. Jose basically has lost 100 meters of their lead. Usinda's still charging hard. Actually, moving really nice here. Usinda is about a 70 kilogram rider. Peter Varga just moving back a little bit here. So first, second, and third are pretty much tied up right now. Okay, so we discussed that. So that's Muckers Thursday. Team time trial Friday. Gonna bounce back, get to the main group of the Muckers here. Like, okay, everyone's still doing like, you know, hey, there's a little bit of spread out here because they're going downhill, and at times you're gonna have to give it a little bit to get back on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's like 6, 7, 8 riders here just cruising along. For these riders, this is very cruisy. Probably lots of points where you're not even really pedaling. Check out Mick here, just cruising in the draft of Neil. Now giving him a little bit of power, just staying on the wheel. Great job. Yeah, so Muckers Thursday, Gem City, ICC, team time trial on Friday. I think we had, the last time I looked, I'm a little bit out of contact with everyone. I think there's 4 teams currently signed up for it. And some of these teams may be looking for additional riders. So if you don't have a full team, just find a team. Just ask someone there. There's a few Muckers that are part of the Discord, so they might know. We've had some great rides with them. My time slot for this week was 10 a.m. Friday morning. I probably don't walk into the house till the earliest 2 a.m. And I'm thinking by the time I sleep 4 hours, that's probably all I'll sleep, and get up and then start catching up with the chores and the animals and all that stuff. I don't know if I'll feel like riding, but I might. So I know there's a couple open slots right now. So if you're like a solo rider or there's 2 of you that want to do it, you can probably find someone pretty easy. And again, if you don't know how to reach out to them, at the top of the page, there's a link, like on the I guess the title page of my channel. There's a Discord link there. I just refreshed it yesterday. That link is only active for a week at a time, and then I got to refresh. Click that link. It'll take you to the Team GRC Discord, where John from Gem City likes to hang out, chat with us. And you can probably get some good information there. Okay, so looking back here, yeah, we had Mike who never got started. Roman is broken down. Got Robin Aggie here. Very late start, that's for sure. And, you know, different types of riding. Robin Aggie got a late start, but they decided to ride harder today. Like, you know, over 3 watts per kilo at times. Bouncing up, Lonesome Rider is no longer with us. Blue Flame. Lexa. Stelvio bound. Let's get right back up here. I just want to see what's going on here. Okay, so it looks like the gaps are maintaining just the way they are. It looks like this gap's coming down though. Yeah, the Varga Pita between 3rd and 2nd place, that gap is coming down a lot. Having a look at where they are on the course, it's probably got something to do with that hill. So Uzinda's been on the hill grinding in the 5, 6, 7% stuff. That's about as steep as it gets here. as Peter has been flying along on the flat and catching up some of the distance. A little bit of an accordion effect there. It's going to like all pile up on itself, and then it's going to start stretching again. So as Peter is on the hill itself, yeah, you can see what's going on here. Now Ucinda, since they're both on the hill together now Ucinda's pulling away. So I think Ucinda definitely has second place secured. Big A is not that far behind Peter here. Couple 250 meters. And Big A is being chased hard by Lorenzino. I keep wanting to say Lorenzo. I met a friend, 2010 in Mexico, Lorenzo. He was a cook at a restaurant I used to go hang out like virtually every day. I went to Mexico for a month. Lived in a condo, stopped off, hung out with his family. Next thing you know, he's living in Alberta where I am, working some kind of work visa, and coming out to my place all the time. Yeah, a lot of fun. So I keep wanting to say Lorenzo, but it's Lorenzino. And only 20 meters back from that, we got Tim here. Let's have a look at the map here. So yeah, there's a few riders just all together here. We could see some action here. So, you know, not the craziest racy race like you normally see from Muckers. This is like a cool down race, obviously, but there's a few riders who are going pretty hard at the front. You know, we got Jose, Ucinda, Peter, Big A, Lorenzino, Tim. And look, you know, Lamorla is doing their own ride today. Grupedo is doing their own ride. And bounce back. We got Rocket Roy here with Dolph. Vader. Just want to say Vader. I don't know why. Vader. And then we got Mike Hagan. We got Mick. We got Kyle here. Squallow. Oni. Neil. They're all here. Core group. This nice big blob here. Ah, check this out. There's a big airport here. Wonder what airport that is. Can't really tell from here. Well, I think the course we're, yeah, at the bottom you can see here, Heracleon. Heracleon? It's got something to do with Hercules? I don't know. Yeah, look at this group. Okay, they're pushing, yeah, in here they're pushing a bit more power because they're heading up this little hill, but this is the 2 watts per kg group right here. Let's pop back to Jose. Okay, Jose's got quite the lead now, out to almost 2 kilometers, and again, that's because they're riding downhill all the way now. They're going downhill as Ucinda and Peter behind them were tackling that little bit of a hill. Trucking right along. So again, if you know any info about these riders that I don't know, just pop it in the comments or send me a message. Always interested in where these people are from, what their racing background is. Just gives me a better knowledge base of all the riders here. So yeah, I will be back Friday, like I said. Maybe can do the team time trial. Just thinking of my plans here coming up. May just be a workout day for me. Maybe I can find like 2 20-minute workouts. Because this week I have done none of my goals. Obviously I've been here. So they reset on Monday morning, I guess. Or Sunday midnight to Sunday midnight. So I've missed all of them. I got them all done last week, and I'm only a few thousand coins away. I think I'm like 4,000 away from getting the 50 to get, I think I'm going to get the Giant Propel. So I'd like to get them this weekend. So I could do 2 workouts Friday. We have the, oh, and the other big thing I need to mention here is Team GRC Sunday short race. This one will be an absolute banger of all bangers. It is, okay, so it's 8 o'clock Mountain Standard Time for me. That's going to put it to like 4 o'clock in the afternoon in the UK. 5 o'clock in Central Europe, I guess. I think that's correct. We are doing the Waikoloa climb in Hawaii. I believe it's only like 6 kilometers with a couple 100 meters of climbing. And I always say it's one of my favorite routes. I've only got 3 passes on it, maybe 4. And I've got a pretty decent time on it. So we'll see if I can get anywhere near replicating that this weekend after the week I've been going through. Okay, so anyways, here comes Jose Costa Ronda up to the finish line, finishing in first place, 1.6 kilometers ahead of second place. Just basically kind of walked away with it. Okay, Usinda's coming in second with Peter. So yeah, the gap has grown between the two. So Usinda's riding just a little bit harder today. Looking back here, Big A. Okay, folks, now I got some time till they finish. So yeah, the Team GRC race is Sunday. Remember, SSR, Sunday short race. It's a ride, but it's still a race. You can ride it however you feel like it. You want to come up and just drop 6 watts a kilo the whole way? Feel free. You want to ride at the back, do a recovery ride at 1 watt per kilo? You might see me there. We've had some great turnouts. So last weekend, which I missed, and it was a challenge route. It might have been this route. You know that? I think it was this route that they did. It was one of the Greek routes. Just keeping an eye on these two here. Yeah, Lorenzino's trying to come back at Big A right now. So last week we had more than 100 people register, and I don't know how many started exactly, but I think we had one disconnect at the finish line, but I think we had 72 finishers, which I thought was fantastic. Great to see the support from all the other teams. I saw quite a few GUR riders. I saw quite a few muckers out there, and any other person that wants to join on with us, that's great. Okay, so it'll be another awesome one this weekend. I will go and destroy myself for it. I'll do the usual preamble. I'll go quiet through the race, and then I'll do some crazy broadcasting at the end, do a little wrap up, cover everyone I can. So I'm going to be doing that. So we've got Usinda coming in now for second place, 350 meters out. Third place is locked up for Peter. Fourth place will go to Big A. There's a chance Lorenzino might get back on. Looks like an extremely lightweight rider again. Like really, like probably under 60 kilograms, I'm going to say. Big A looks more like a 70 kilogram rider. So yeah, you can see the difference here. The watts per kilo may be different, but the absolute power numbers are different. And on these flats, it's going to favor the bigger rider. Tim cruising in too. Got only 60 meters behind Lorenzino. So Tim, I'm surprised we don't see them yet. Probably this car up the road, we just can't see them drawing yet. Lorenzino is right here. If we look at the map quickly, yeah. Look at Tim here. Bet you Tim has the hammer down now. I know I would. If I was at this point, yeah, here we go. This might be really motivating Tim. You can see them riding over 5 watts per kilo now. Coming up this little bump, we've only got like less than a kilometer to the finish. We're down to 20 something meters. Hey, this could turn into a nice one here. So, yep, fourth place will be Big A. But come back here. Tim is going to bridge up and catch Lorenzino. Looks like Lorenzino's starting to fade now. Tim's still pushing 4.5 watts per kilo. Probably like a 75, 78 kilogram rider, I'm guessing. Has caught Lorenzino in the draft now. Can Lorenzino counter with anything? We're less than 500 meters to the finish. Has Tim burned too many candles here? Sorry, burned too many matches here. Trying to catch up. Okay, yeah, Lorenzino's trying to counter him here. Less than 300 meters to go. Let's burn lots of matches now. Definitely not candles either. We don't want to do that. We just want to burn matches. Okay, yeah, I probably had a long night, right? Give me a break. I'm in Vegas. Okay, so Tim is slowly creeping around Lorenzino. Probably going to start applying the power now. Can Lorenzino come back around? No, not when Tim's dropping 9 watts per kilo now. 7 watts per kilo, yep. Just got by him, just increased the power. Didn't make any sudden attacks. Talking about Tim here. Just slowly started grinding the power up. And the other rider who I've already forgotten about their name at the moment, Lorenzino, sorry, just couldn't counter it. Just couldn't get the power back up. So we got Lamorla coming in, Grupedo. So they will all finish in their respective positions. There's big gaps. Okay, so Rocket Roy is only 150 meters ahead of the big group that's coming from behind here. Let's take a look at this. So here's Rocket Roy, and there's a big group chasing. Looks like, oh, no, not Oni D. Dolph is just a little bit off the back of the group. Dolph must have had just a tiny issue. Could have been anything. He had to jump off the bike to, you know, I don't know, tell the dog not to pee on the floor. Something like that. That's my new story for it. Because that's what I end up doing. I got this one dog. Well, she's not around with us anymore, but she used to have this habit of coming and laying like virtually right under my pedals as I rode my bike. Like not under the pedals, like just like 6 inches ahead of the bottom bracket. I was always so worried that I would end up hitting her with a pedal. Just an old dog that we used to have. Okay, look at this group here. This is great. So yeah, they're pulling back Rocket Roy now. I think these guys are on a mission now. I think they might be upping the pace a little bit. Rocket Roy's just doing a 2 watt per kilo ride as well, and we got a big group coming back on him now. Here comes Mike Hagan. Rocket Roy is going to be taken back into the group here, probably just going to come right in, get into the draft. Yep, here's Rocket, Oni, Kyle, Mick. Everyone's cruising right by Rocket. Is Rocket just going to be kicked out the back, or is he going to get on and get a little bit of a recovery here? So Rocket has gone from the front to the back of this little group. Should be able to hang on. Should be getting a nice draft right now. Okay. Yep, hanging in there. So I think Rocket's, stabilized here. Right back on. And like I said before, Dolph's just a tiny bit back, like 15 seconds down the road. So it looks like these 6 or 7 are all going to finish. And Rocket Roy decides to go right back to the front again, pushing 3 watts per kilo now. Rocket Roy, maybe a 62 kilogram rider, making the others starting to work a little bit. I see numbers creeping up a little bit. So we've got La Morla coming to the finish. Great job, 7th place. Grupedo only 100 meters back for 8th. Rocket Roy decides, no, I want to ride on the front again. Wonder if he wants to keep an eye on all of them. Rocket Roy now pushing 4 watts per kilo, and Rocket Roy's going for it. Rocket Roy has decided to make a little bit of a dig here with 700 meters to go. Okay, no, just a little bit of a false attack there. We're heading downhill. Okay, are we going to see any sprints here? 2, 4, yeah, it looks like we have 8 riders here, I believe. Maybe it's 7, yeah, 7 riders. So this is going to be the sprint. Ooh, so Squalo del LP just squeaking to the front a little bit, but no, there's no attacks here. This will be the battle. Everyone will be racing for 9th place. 9th through 16th, whatever it is. Here's Kyle. Kyle's keeping a good eye on everyone here. Oni D, Mike Hagan, Rocket Roy. Rocket is going now. Rocket has gone. Rocket has accelerated away and taken 9th place, with Mick coming in at 10 watts per kilo. Sorry folks, missed a lot of that there. I did see Mike pushing 7 watts per kilo at the end. So pretty good to see. Rocket was probably caught off guard that they caught him and then decided to go. But again, those riders that were in that big group, they were pretty cruisy today outside of the last 15-20 seconds there. So they weren't really in an all-out race. I was going to say too that I'm looking out the window here. I'm on the 17th floor of the Palms Place, and it is raining outside in Las Vegas. But it's still nice. Probably the temperature is probably 15, 16 degrees Celsius. So 60s Fahrenheit, and that's absolutely fine with me. They got to get rain at some point, right? Stelvio bound coming in. Lex is still out there. Roby Nagy. I'm not really sure how you say your name. I need a pronunciation on that. And I think everyone else has been disconnected out there. Yep, so we got Blue Flame just kind of like bringing up the 20th place position. Blue Flame will definitely get through this. Level 20 rider, probably pretty new to Rouvy. Doesn't really have a fast bike yet, a super fast bike. So it's great to see all the different riders out there. Okay, folks, I'm going to cut it short here. I'm going to try to work on a video also for the Team GRC race from last weekend, since I was in the air when the race went down. and I'm going to get that up too. Again, I'll cover Muckers on Thursday. Friday, when I'm home, if I don't ride, I will be covering the team time trial. So if you want to be in the team time trial, I'm going to make a video, like a montage of all the teams. And hopefully I'll have that out by the next day. Get some more rides in. Get back training. Let's do this. Okay, riders, thanks for watching. We'll see you real soon.